Hi, I'm Preeti,
And I am Brian.
and welcome to our podcast, The Ghibli Neighbours.
Here we talk about all the Ghibli movies
Why they are the best.
and how it changed our lives.
So
let's get started.
Hi, guys, and welcome to our second episode of The Ghibli Neighbours. So, today we'll be talking about two of our favorite movies. I'm very excited for this episode because My Neighbor Totoro, that we'll be discussing, is one of the most closest to my heart ever.
Is it your number one movie?
Not in fun and adventure. In fun, yes. Adventure, I already said. That's Castle in the Sky. I'm not changing my list. But it's the closest to my heart. Like, emotionally.
So every movie is your number one movie.
That's kind of true. It's true with Ghibli like that.
So we're going to discuss about My Neighbor Totoro and My Neighbor Yamadas.
Yes.
My neighbors, the Yamadas.
Yeah. It's very important to us because our podcast name.
Ghibli Neighbors.
Yes.
It's the Neighbors episode.
Yeah.
So, start.
Okay. So let's just begin with My Neighbor Totoro. Can we do that?
Yes, perfect.
So the plot of the movie goes that two little children and with their father, they move into a countryside and they encounter these mystical spirits with which they interact, and that changes their lives.
Yeah.
So
two girls. Right?
Yes, two girls. So what do you think about the blend of fantasy and reality in this?
Oh, I think it's nice actually. See, again, I think Totoro is a work of Hayao Miyazaki. We started as a very normal audience. We see these two characters or three characters, the kids and the father. It's very realistic. And soon, somewhere in the middle of the movie, we see all the fantasy elements. Maybe it's fantasy for us, but for the kids, it's real. So I can't say it's a fantasy movie or it's a grounded movie, but if you have to generalize it according to the standards and divisions that we create for movies, then we'll say it's a fantasy movie.
Absolutely true. Even I had the same thing to say, that it's basically a movie grounded in reality, but we see that only children are able to see these fantastic elements, and it's kind of, like a comment on how innocence is so precious and divine that they're able to interact with such mystical beings. Yeah, so even though it's rooted in reality, the elements of fantasy is just interacting with only the younger characters, right? So I thought that the blend is really interesting. So let's talk about the setting of the movie. The movie is set in countryside Japan, and the sheer beauty of it is just so overwhelming for me. It's just so warm in general, so comforting, and I think the music also brings out that type of hope and that type of harmony. Harmony is the right word, I would say. The harmony of humans and nature together is just so beautiful. What do you think about it?
Yeah, true. We see the village, the fields, and a few bits of the hospital, probably. But most of it's just the village and the forest, when we notice. Mm-hmm. I think it's like a love letter to nature.
Absolutely.
Like, the movie is telling us, like, look at this, like, how beautiful this is. Yeah. And we should preserve it somehow. We should do our part in preserving nature and try to love it and... What to say? I'm out of words actually. Yeah, it's beautiful actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, and I also think that the movie is so much about nature than anything else, because I remember that the dad says that trees and humans used to be best friends. So that I think, and he decides to move to this place because of the huge camphor tree in the first place. So this whole story begins because he was inspired to live close to nature. Or because it's close to the hospital, but mostly because he bought that particular house because it was close to the camp.
Yeah. I think the hospital is 3-hour journey from the location.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, it's a bit far.
Yeah,
it's a bit far. Yeah,
correct. talking about the dad itself, let's just go in the flow. So I think that the father in this character is very, very important in the movie because the way he interacts with the children is very, very empathetic and encouraging. He does not criticize them, or like punish them or whatever for talking about these mystical things. He also approaches the whole fantasy with curiosity and not fear. Like the way these people interact with fantasy is so interesting. What do you think about it?
Yeah, true. It was actually the dad who understood what the kids were trying to tell him.
Yeah.
In the beginning, the kids are talking about these dust collecting mythical spirits inside the house, and he accepted the notion of there being a dust collecting beast or beings inside the house. And he was like, yeah, there are things like that. I agree. I've seen them and all, he said. And actually, it was him who told these kids that Totoro is the forest god.
Exactly.
He introduces them, telling them it's Totoro, is a forest god who take care of nature and forest. So we should be thankful for all the things that we have in forest and in nature. And he tells them to. Then there's this fun gesture where he goes in front of this huge tree and bows down to pray, and he's like, "Thank you for this nature, thank you for these things and everything.
Thank you for protecting me."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you for protecting me. And that's like a very nice thing, actually. So it's like he's not denying them their imagination, even though if let's say it's not their imagination, or if it is an imagination, let's say it's an imagination world.
I mean, he couldn't see what's happening.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, for him, it's technically it should be somebody else's fiction, but it's not. He respects.
Actually, now that you talk about it, that's what faith is when it comes to religion.
Exactly.
We don't see God.
Yeah.
But we have faith. So the dad character, he didn't see God.
Yeah.
But he still has faith. He believes in it.
Yeah.
He believes in God.
Yeah. He believes in nature. He believes in the spirit.
Oh, nice.
He respects people who can, interact. So I was really attracted to the character of the father because such a nice man. If you're talking about his gender also, even if he was a man, he is doing all the roles of the mother as well because he's taking care of the children and he's not depriving them of anything. Like he's taking good care of them. They are well fed, they are happy, very cheerful, which you wouldn't know that their mother is sick until they show you that she's sick in the hospital.
Exactly, exactly true.
Yeah, they are already happy and cheerful. They are a unit. They are good on their own. Like, and also then you see the mother, makes sense. She's also so warm and so, full of love and energy for the family. The family is just so wholesome. Yeah, I love the family.
Yeah.
So ideal.
Win dad. Great dad energy.
Yeah, exactly. So, next I would like to talk about the spiritual aspects of the book. So, what do you have to say? Do you have moments of spirituality that you saw or spiritual meaning that you tried to test for?
Actually, I'd say you lead with this and I'll add into your words. You'll have a lot to say regarding this.
Yeah. Okay. So, beginning with the dust bunnies themselves. So, when you see the girls enter the house, they see and they say that they call it a haunted house. And then everybody else in the town also seems to have the same reaction. They think it's a haunted place. But these people, they don't really approach it with as much fear than with curiosity. But I would say there's a little bit of fear. Why? Because you see these dust bunnies as an icon of fear because whenever there are moments of fear and darkness, you see these dust bunnies appearing. So at the beginning, when they appeared it with a kind of a little sense of fear because it's they think it's haunted, there are dust bunnies. And then when we see them flee is when they are all together and when they are taking a bath and then and it's kind of stormy outside. It's very windy. And I like to think of that as a trial for the family to see if they are, light. If they can spread light or if they are worthy to live there or something like that. It's basically a trial of sorts. And how they overcome it is just so close to me. the dad says, laugh loud to keep the boogeyman away.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. And they laugh together so loudly. And before this itself, he says, just keep smiling and it'll go away.
Yeah.
When the girls come and tell him about the dust bunnies, that's what he tells them. So he's just, the approach is so, warm and close to me. So the spiritual aspect is that there's so much darkness that you could encounter in your life, but just a little bit of smile and happiness that you could, try and bring it to yourself could just chase it all away. And one thing, the conversation with my mother, because my mother was watching this movie with me, and she told me, look at how when a happy family enters, even a haunted house can become a happy place and bright place, which really stuck to me. Like, all it matters is that you have a heart that just shines bright and gives out, so endlessly and selflessly. It's just so meaningful to me, that part. And also you see the dust bunnies in another place later in the movie, which is the one that confirmed the fact that it appears during times of fear, is that Satsuki is looking for a sister and she's super afraid that she's probably lost.
Yeah.
And she just confirms that she is not lost in the pond, but she is still so afraid that she may be dead. So she is running through the bushes to find Totoro to ask for help.
Yes.
So while she's running to ask help, she sees this dust bunnies fleeing through the bushes.
Yes.
Right? So before this, when May was going through the bushes, we don't see the dust bunnies. This place we see them. So I think dust bunnies are creatures that appear then when there is a little bit of fear. And thinking all that appears.
This again correlates to what your mom said. Like, even though the house is bad or haunted, what energy you bring inside the house is what prevails. If you have fear, dark motives and energy, we see a lot of dust bunnies in our house. And if it's like good energy, and it's like joy, happiness, and it's like just a prosperous heart, then it's like automatically the house is like 10 times brighter, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
I absolutely agree with that. So, one of the other spiritual elements that I noticed was that there were a lot of motifs in the movie, like the fox figurines, the Buddhist figurines, and what they call as guardian spirits.
Yeah.
And then they pray to it. And I felt like how they are so, fervor with their culture, with their belief, and how that just brings so much hope and safety, a feeling of security to them. And if you remember, these spiritual motives are places where the plot or the protagonists find the solution. For example, May is found near a guardian spirit, and when it's raining in the beginning of the movie, they pray to the guardian spirit, and then Kanta comes with the umbrella.
Yes.
And then when they are waiting with the umbrella for the father, they see the fox spirits and guardian spirits, and then Totoro appears. So I think there are different places where the type of the spirituality comes across, even in the literal obvious sense that you'd say, which I admired. So next, I'd like to talk about the protagonists. So, what do you think about Satsuki and Mei?
Satsuki and Mei, both of them are just the exact Xerox copies of their father, actually. As in, I have to say, Satsuki and Mei, they share the same level of energy and enthusiasm for everything they see in the house.
Yes.
Let it be an acorn, or what is it? Is it acorn? Not the singer?
Acorn.
Not the singer Acorn, but Akron?
It's Acorn.
Acorn. Okay, so they share the same energy or enthusiasm when they see something new inside the house, or when they just go out to the pond, when they take a bath, or when they go fetch corns from the fields. I mean, it's so fun to watch both of them, actually.
Yeah, unmatched.
Yeah. What's different between Satsuki and Mei is that Satsuki has this sense of responsibility. Like, even though she's a kid, even though she loves fun, adventure, and frolicking and everything, we see Satsuki getting up early one day, cooking food for her family, even though her father is not able to wake up early.
Exactly.
We see Satsuki always looking out for her sister.
Exactly.
And Satsuki has this elderly energy, or like, let's see, an elder sister energy, like a strong elder sister energy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, May is full on fun, actually. Like, she's a huge ball of fun, actually.
Yeah.
May never thinks twice to do something.
Yeah.
She just jumps into the adventure and all the fun that she sees. Meanwhile, Satsuki can be little concerned certain times, but she's also a fun type of person.
Yeah.
I think, that sums up my interpretation or my perspective on these two characters. What do you think?
I absolutely agree with you. I also would like to add on Satsuki's personality, on how she's a concerned person, because her reaction to her mother's illness was so disheartening. It was just so, you can feel the pure horror that she goes through by thinking or overthinking, as you'd say. Yeah, she just overthinks the whole situation, and that just talks about how concerned she is, or how sensitive she is to the whole issue. And the journey through her horror of thinking all that and losing May because she had a very small fight with her, and just watching May cry, broke my heart. Just so...
Yeah, whoever did the voice acting for May and Satsuki, actually, they did an amazing job, especially May. Oh my god, it was a really nice scene, actually. Whenever May is emoting or reacting, even the animators have done an amazing job, actually.
Exactly, yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the other supporting characters. Do you have anything to talk about?
Oh, yes. I think we have a wide list of supporting characters. Prominent ones being the obvious Totoro and the cat bus. The first time I see the cat bus, I think okay, what the hell is this? It's a very spooky, very weird kind of an animal or an creation which makes you think it's something out of a horror movie or something. Because especially in Japanese cinema or Japanese anime, they have this tendency to show a character in a very horrific way by detailing their teeth. By making sure every single teeth or tooth is detailed and shown, or else they'll create gaps in between teeth to make them show as horrific as possible in their own way. So when we see this cat bus for the first time, including Totoro for the first time, May meets Totoro for the first time, we have a slight sense of horror. Or let's say a slight mild fear. Horror is the wrong word, sorry. Let me rephrase horror and let me say a mild fear that goes into a child's mind, or let's say our mind, which makes us think, okay, this is a scary thing, scary beast or a scary being. But as time goes on, we realize that, okay, we were so wrong. I mean, both these characters, Totoro and the cat bus, they don't have any dialogues. They don't have any tangible conversations with any of the characters. But their actions speak the loudest, actually. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
Beautiful.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I agree to whatever you said. So I'd like to talk about Totoro himself and just the interaction with the children and just about them, Totoro and the children. So would you like to say something?
For me, at that point, when the children meet Totoro, I forgot everything and I myself became a child. I'm like, okay, what is he going to do? I also want to join him. I just got so into the movie that I wasn't actually thinking about the significance of that particular scene. It was like, I was just like May. When Totoro came near the tree, it was like, it'll show this spinning top of UFO sort of thingy, and Totoro will jump on it.
Yeah.
And the small Totoros will jump on the big Totoro.
Yeah.
May is like, okay, I'll also jump. So I became May. I was like, okay, I just want to jump again.
That's the case.
Yeah, it's like, I think for me, it's like I can't bring in any significant information from that particular scene. I just went deep into it. I became a character into that particular scene actually.
Yeah.
Maybe you might have a lot to say.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
That is, I remember a scene where he gives a magic bean kind of a thing as a gift to the children, and then they plant it, and then the little one, the May, waits for it to sprout every day.
Crab.
Yeah, like a crab, she waits for it to sprout, and it doesn't. And then Totoro comes in the night, moonlit night, and then the girls wake up to see him coming, and then they perform a sort of a ritual kind of an activity.
Toe touches.
Yeah.
Toe touches.
Looks like they're exercising, but they're doing, a lot of worship and praises, I don't know. But it looked like a prayer sort of a thing that you do to make it sprout. So it just equated to me, the divinity of nature. Like, I for one thought that occurrences of nature is something that's equated to the divine. Like, there's a lot of prayer, a lot of intention behind everything that's sprouting, that's everything being created. So I had a feeling that it had something to do with that. Besides that, I really love Totoro as well. Just his reaction to the sound of rain when they were waiting for their dad, right? That has my whole heart. Like the water dripping on its umbrella.
Yeah.
It just has my whole heart. My mom and I were just so giggling and laughing. It was so full of love when we saw that particular scene. Yeah.
There's literally a writing which says, God is omnipresent. God is present everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you see, living and non-living things, He's there.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a belief for many people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie signifies it in a way.
Yeah.
By saying like, God is also the forest. God is also nature.
Mm-hmm.
God is also in the sea that sprouts.
Yeah.
That's a nice way of thinking, actually.
Yeah, true. One other thing that I like to say about nature itself is that there are multiple places where they try to say that nature heals. The grandma says that if your mother eats my vegetables, she'll be all healed. And then she says, these were blessed by the sun. It's so serene, it's so warm. This whole movie, I don't want to be pretentious, but we actually love ramen and it feels like ramen to me.
Heartwarming.
Yes, very, very warm, very close to my heart. I will repeat it 100 times, but yeah.
#1 movie.
Yes. I'm going to say it for every other episode.
Yeah, every movie you'll say number one. #1.
Yes. So, is there anything else you would like to talk about?
Yes, I want to talk about two things.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I want to talk about the director, Hayao Miyazaki. You are a blessing to this world.
I know.
I don't know what else to say. Like, I just hope I'm able to, or we are able to at least meet or talk to him once, or just write a letter to him or receive a letter from him, even if it's in Japanese, even if I don't understand what you're saying. Like, I just want to listen to you, because this director, particularly from Ghibli movies are made by multiple other directors, but Hayao Miyazaki is the prominent director here. He makes movies that portrays nature in the most loving kind way. So we know this movie is set in the early 60s. So it's like telling how the world was at that time, telling us like this is how it should be, how he loves nature and how portrays nature. He's a pacifist, he's a lover of nature, and he's also a lover of fantasy. I mean, like, all his movies have this fantasy element which makes you think it's a fantasy movie, but it's also grounded. So I want to mention that, and I want to say, Hayao Miyazaki, thank you so much for directing these amazing movies, because I think you've done it. You've changed the way we see the world, the way we see nature, and how we respect it. And yeah, I want to add a fun fact. Probably you already know about it, or it might be new.
I don't know what you're going to say.
So, aspects of this movie, My Neighbor Totoro, is similar to another movie.
Okay.
We have Kanta in the movie,
Yes.
who always wears this banyan or vest,
No.
and he has a hat.
I know where you're going.
So, Kanta from this movie is similar to...
No, don't say it. Don't ruin it for me.
Setsuke's brother from Grave of Fireflies.
No. This is
Yeah.
so heartbreaking.
So, I'll also say another thing. There's another great director who makes Ghibli movies, and his name is Asayo Takahata. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So, Asayo Takahata is another integral director in Ghibli. So, why am I mentioning this right now? Is because this movie was released in 1988. It was the same year where another movie was released, The Grave of Fireflies.
Yeah.
They released both these movies at the same time, intentionally.
Really?
Yeah, it was an intention. It was intentionally done. Because,
oh my God.
because these two movies were going to be released at the same time, Hayao Miyazaki and Asayo Takahata, they agreed that they'll do a double feature. As in, when this movie gets released in the theatre, it will play one after the other.
Really? Oh my God. Which comes first?
I hope it was Grave of Fireflies because...
Otherwise, it's so hopeless now. Oh my God, I'm already tearing up. The mention of Grave of the Fireflies just gets to me. Yeah.
We'll discuss about that movie in the later episode. But what I want to say is, there are people in the internet have played these movies at the same time. And these two movies actually, so scenes from these two movies are parallel. So in the beginning of My Neighbor Totoro, we see Satsuki giving Mei this small chocolate candy inside the truck.
Yeah, oh my God.
In Grave of Fireflies, we see Setsuke's brother, after he dies, he gives a small candy from the tin to Setsuke in the train.
Oh my God.
In the spirit train.
We know how these two scenes are not equal at all.
Exactly. But they are parallel.
Both of us are tearing up.
So both these scenes are parallels. I mean, throughout the movie, there are elements which are intentionally borrowed.
Wow.
I believe Hayao Miyazaki or Asayo Takahata borrowed elements as in Kanta's design into Grave of Fireflies or anything related to Grave of Fireflies have been inspired and adapted. You know why this inspiration and adaptation was done?
Why?
Setsuke and Satsuki were actually born on the same year, 1941. Satsuki from My Neighbor Totoro and Setsuke from Grave of Fireflies were born in the same year, 1941. So, both of these directors wanted to tell us that look how the world is different for people who survived the war and for people who perished in the war, their children. So, Setsuke's parents, Satsuke, My Neighbor Totoro's Satsuke and Mei, their parents survived and they were able to go to the countryside after the war. But unfortunately, Setsuke and her brother's parents didn't survive. And as a result, Setsuke dies and Setsuke's brother also dies. So, both the directors, they want to show these parallels. So, intentionally, they made the birth dates of Setsuke and Satsuke the same year.
That's moving.
Yeah, and I hope when they did the double feature in 1988, I hope Grave of Fireflies was the first movie and Totoro was the second movie because you don't want to go out of a movie theatre heartbroken and crying.
Yeah, I don't want that.
So that's all I have to say about My Neighbor Totoro. You have anything to add on to it?
Nothing, I'm spellbound.
Okay. Okay, let's remove all this sadness from this podcast right now for this particular episode and let's focus on the next movie. Shall we go on to the next movie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The next movie is My Neighbours.
The Yamadas.
Yeah. I said neighbours. Okay, My Neighbours. My Neighbours, the Yamadas. So guys, again, this is another neighbor movie. Yeah.
Yes.
So, I'll start with the storyline. It's a story of a Japanese family's livelihood in their day-to-day life. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly.
We see a family of 5. I think I should say 6. The father, the mother, the grandmother, the son, the daughter, and the dog Poochie.
Yes.
So we have 6 people in the family. So the entire movie is about the 6 people who reside in this house in the city. I believe it's Tokyo or Kyoto probably. I might be wrong. So far we've been talking about nature, countryside and everything. Now, welcome to the city.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the fantasy realism elements of this movie?
It's fully based in reality to me. But there's only one place where I distinctly noticed there's a supernatural element where the dad is seeking himself as a superhero who saves the family. That just to me, try to give a sense of the amount of gender, role or expectation that society has on men, and how he has to satisfy those expectations, but he isn't really able to. So that's just like an element of fantasy for him. Yeah.
Exactly. So like you said, actually, this is one among the most realistic movies in Ghibli.
Yeah.
And for Ghibli itself, it's like a huge shock.
I know, yeah.
Like Ghibli is not the kind of studio which shows importance to... it shows importance to grounded stories and everything. But to show family life as a movie is like something which is shocking, because all these movies have a different nature to it. And it's just boring family life. We go to office, we come back, we go to school, we come back, we eat, we sleep, we complain, we fight, we laugh. And that's about it. But how do you make a movie out of this?
Yeah.
That's the best part about this particular movie, actually.
Yeah. It's just about the mundane, about the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, it just felt like I was watching a Doraemon or a Shinchan episode. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, true. Actually, yeah. Actually, when you see this movie, it doesn't have one single narrative.
Yeah.
Actually, the movie is split into multiple short stories of the same characters.
Yeah. So
it's like watching it's like watching a Shinchan marathon.
Exactly.
Multiple episodes of Shinchan from season 1 to season 5. It was like that, actually. Yeah. We are following the story on different timelines, on different times, and it's like all of them are like fun, actually. And actually, we didn't talk about the cultural influences of the previous 2 movies. Let it be Castle in the Sky or My Neighbor Totoro. But here, I think cultural influences have to be spoken about, have to be talked about. And I think this entire movie is relatable for every single person who's living in Asia. Indians, Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very relatable to any Asian, Southeast Asian, South Asian family. The household that
exactly.
The atmosphere is very similar to
the patriotic hierarchy in the family and everything.
Very relatable, just to say.
And you mentioned something in the beginning of this particular movie. So you said you talked about gender roles. And I feel like this movie in a way is promoting gender roles.
Yeah.
So in the beginning we have this shot where we talk about the husband and the wife. So someone is talking about the husband and the wife in their wedding. He tells how marriage is an important thing. And it's like rowing a boat. You're traveling. You'll come across storms and lots of hardships. Your boat will change. And you'll keep on going forward. You should respect your elders. You should have kids. You'll have all kinds of things in your life. But life will go on. It's like that particular speech in the husband and wife's wedding was like a message sending theme about the movie. I'm using the wrong sentence actually. It's sending out a message.
Correct, definitely. I agree to the importance that the speech has, because the story starts with the speech and ends with the husband delivering a speech.
In a wedding.
Yeah, in a wedding. So it's in a way it's something to do with wedding and family life. So that's what I think.
Yeah. I think this movie doesn't have any protagonist, right? Like, I mean, every single character is a protagonist in his own way. Like, everyone has a main character energy.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like a
I
very...
love the grandma though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grandma energy was next level.
Yeah. And it gets real when the grandma says, all of my friends are dying and I'm alone. And like, it tells you how life is short and how life can get real at one point.
Yeah.
That was a very noticeable thing. Since you mentioned grandma, it came to my mind, I have to say it. And actually, I didn't talk about art of The Castle in the Sky and My Neighbours Totoro. But I feel like I should talk about the art in this movie for two reasons. Because this movie looks like a Red Bull ad.
I know, oh god. That
You've seen
sense.
the Red Bull ad? Red Bull gives you wings.
Yes,
We see this cartoon characters where they just drink Red Bull and they get these angel wings and they just fly.
Yes, I didn't relate it to that particular ad, but it makes a lot of sense.
This entire movie had this Red Bull ad ka vibe. And if you notice, no, like, this movie's art style or animation is like pretty simple. Everything is in front of you. There's no background detail and everything.
Exactly.
Every Ghibli movie or every Ghibli movie spends so much time. The artists spend so much time in like detailing every single backdrop and buildings and everything. But in this particular movie, you see nothing in the background.
Yeah.
It's just a white screen, some lines.
Exactly.
Even when, let's say, there's a scene where the son is in this school talking to the teacher, we can see the son is animated, sketched, the teacher is sketched, but all the other students are just squiggly drawings, like blobs of drawings. Little blobs. And there's no, like, what to say, the perfect word would be, there's no depth of field.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Yeah. To me, I think the setting itself is just the family. The focus is only on the family and nothing else, like not even the city itself. But the influence of the city is seen in the family more than the setting itself. As in, the environment affects the family, but not in a physical sense. That's what I felt about the setting.
True.
And the style of the animation.
True. And you have anything else to say about the movie?
I really liked Ke Sara Sara movie.
I was going to touch that. Yeah. So, you continue.
I just thought that single, song summed up the whole movie itself. Like, so what happens and life will go on. It was really, it was a good, ending for the movie.
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense. So, yes.
Yeah, for those who don't understand what she's trying to say, the movie doesn't have any significant soundtracks, but the movie ends with this beautiful Italian song, Che Sarà Sarà, which translates to whatever will be, will be. You might have heard this song. If you haven't heard the song, please listen to the song. It's a beautiful song. The movie ends with this high note where the entire family goes to this wedding. The father prepares notes and he gives it to his wife. And what happens is, the wife hands over the notes to the husband, but it turns out to be a grocery list. So the father was like, okay, I'm going to improv this.
Yeah.
And he starts giving the speech and he ends with the song. And he ends with the song Ke Sara Sara, which, as Premi said right now, sums up the entire movie. So I want to say this thing. We have this notion where we need escapism. When we go watch movies, we want to escape reality. We want to delve into an imaginary world, into something that we don't usually do in our day-to-day lives. And that's completely necessary for us. That's completely needed for every single human being. For all the people who do a 9-to-5 job, for all the kids who go to school every single day, come back home, do homework, and repeat the same process every day, for all the mothers and for all the people who have repetitive work. They need an escapism. They need something to escape reality. And that is true. That is needed for everyone. And it's more prevalent in Japan. where people go to work every day, they are more punctual, they are more hardworking. And this can create a stress for everyone, actually. So we have these imaginative stories. But at the same time, it's happy to see that the same Japanese movie makers, directors, they make movies such as My Neighbor Yamadas, which gives out a message saying that be close to reality, be grounded.
Yeah.
You need it. Like, even this can be fun.
Correct.
Even doing chores at home, even washing your vessels, cooking, going out, doing the same work can be fun. Just remember to cherish all the things that you have. And the song fit perfectly to the ending. Kesara, Sara, whatever will be, will be.
Yes.
Whatever it is, it will happen.
Yeah.
Why are you stressing over things? Why do you have to be someone else? Why do you have to be something else? Everything that has to happen to you will happen.
Yeah.
What else that you have to say?
Even I thought the same, that this whole movie is about acceptance, honesty, and accommodating your loved ones, no matter their differences. There are going to be differences. Nobody, even if they are from your own blood and sweat, they are going to be different. So how do you accommodate these people in your family is something that everybody has to take a little bit of energy and work to do so. And also that, one of the scenes that I really liked, which also talked so much about the love as a family that they had, is that when it's raining, the whole family walks up to the father to give the umbrella, and everybody is wearing their, raincoats and, umbrella, and then they walk back together. I think that scene stuck out to me, like it stood out to me. So I'm really warm. This movie also is a very warm and nice movie.
Yeah.
Comforting.
Very comforting. And that's it for our second episode. Thank you for listening, and we'll meet you again in the next episode.